The ground had always won, until one day it didn't. Before cities, before writing, before kings, the endless struggle between human hands and stubborn earth. Dawn after dawn, people bent low, fingers raw, digging into soil that refused to yield. Every seed was a gamble, every harvest a prayer, and famine was never far, waiting just beyond the next failed season. Then, around 3000 BCE, in the wide river valleys of Mesopotamia, something changed. Picture the air before sunrise, cool, damp, carrying the smell of mud and reeds. Oxen shift their weight. A farmer grips a wooden handle, heart pounding with a mix of hope and fear. Behind him stretches a field that once demanded days of backbreaking labor. In front of him, a simple tool presses its edge into the earth. He leans forward. The soil splits, not scraped, not clawed, opened. That moment, quiet, almost unremarkable, would reshape human destiny. The plow didn't look like a miracle. It was wood, rope, and muscle. But as it cut furrows deeper than hands ever could, it did something revolutionary. It turned chaos into order. Straight lines replaced scattered digging. Seeds fell where water would reach them. Fields expanded, time was saved. And time changes everything. At first, people didn't fully understand what they'd unleashed. But season after season, the proof rose from the ground. Crops grew thicker, yields doubled. Surpluses appeared, something humanity had never truly known. Here's the twist. More food didn't just mean fewer hungry nights. It meant choices. Some people no longer had to farm every day. They became builders, potters, traders, priests, leaders. Villages swelled into towns, towns hardened into cities. With food stored safely, ideas began to grow just as fast as grain. But the plow also carried a cost. Fields demanded ownership. Land drew borders. Power gathered where harvests were largest. Inequality took root alongside abundance. The same tool that fed millions quietly rewired society. Who worked, who ruled, and who waited. Midway through this transformation, humanity crossed an invisible line. There was no going back. The rhythm of life synced to planting seasons. Calendars emerged, gods were named. Civilization as we recognize it began not with a crown or a law, but with a blade dragged through dirt. And today, thousands of years later, every tractor, every combine, every satellite-guided harvest traces its lineage back to that first furrow carved into Mesopotamian soil. A simple tool, a single decision, a future unlocked. If you felt the weight of that moment, if you sensed how one invention reshaped the world, take a second to like this video, share it with someone who loves history, subscribe for more stories like this, and comment what invention you think changed humanity the most. It helps the channel grow and it keeps these stories alive.